listening to New Roads, New Rules, the podcast where women come together to navigate life's big transitions with honesty, humor, and a whole lot of heart. Here are your hosts, Sandi and Terri. Real women, real talk, and ready to ride.
But you're my bestie for life. Yeah, you're the family I choose. Yeah, the best till the end. We can get through this together.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Terri, I have a question. I'm sorry, I should have said hi first. Hi, Terri.
Hi, but I'm a little nervous when you just start out with, I've got a question for you right off the bat.
This is going to be a good one. All right. Ready?
Yes.
When we were kids growing up in Chicago and the suburbs.
Yes.
What did you think was the height of luxury?
I would say, I think it's kind of easy. Like, Mom would put out, cheese and crackers on a crystal platter, and wow, we were being fancy, right?
Yes, absolutely. And someone would pull out like that. What is it called? Like that spray cheese in the aerosol can.
All right, that's like gourmet dining. And I'm not going to lie, my brother-in-law, who's been on the show, it is Cheese Whiz, isn't it? Cheese Whiz?
It is something. I don't know what it's called, but I've had it recently too.
Well, we have to have it every Thanksgiving because that's Steve's special thing.
Right.
And now, that was special.
And we also thought we were basically eating at like Buckingham Palace when we pulled that shit out in our, in the 80s.
Right. Except it's like crappy cheese in a can, right? Like all processed, right?
Right. So actually, guys, welcome to this episode. What are we talking?
We're talking about all things that we thought were fancy when we were younger, but now in adulthood, the truth comes out that it's not so fancy.
This is going to be fun. Okay. So, Terri, we have to start with the snack that defined our childhood.
Right. What is it?
Spray cheese, of course.
Spray cheese, right. Cheese in an aerosol can. And again, my brother-in-law still has to have it.
So, for sure. I mean, honestly, it's not that bad. But you basically
as long
press
as you
the
don't
nozzle.
think about what it is.
Right. You press the nozzle and it came out in little squiggly lines. And as a child, that was super cool, right?
Yes. I am looking up to see the exact name because Easy Cheese. It's called Easy Cheese.
Yes.
And I mean, we would put it on Ritz crackers because those were the best crackers around, right?
Right. Or celery because that makes it healthy. And by the way, my sister and I and her best friend get together to watch like all the reality TV shows.
Right.
And we always get the spray cheese with the celery.
Do you really?
We do. That's what made me think of it.
Well, I'm not crazy about the celery portion, but yes, it's basically, because celery is basically your salad. So you kind of get away with thinking that don't worry about the artificial cheese on it. It's on celery, so it's healthy.
So true. And I mean, how many times have you, when you were younger, did you try to make like one of those cheese towers with it?
Oh yeah.
It would just
and
keep
stack them up.
Yes, so fun.
Until everything, snapped and fell over.
Right, every single time, right?
Right. Or, what if you went over to your friend's house and and they brought it out before because ours would only be, at special occasions.
Special occasions only. But if they brought it out for no apparent reason, it was like, this is a fancy. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So speaking of fancy houses, if you will.
Oh boy, yes.
The ultimate sign of wealth in suburban Chicago in the 80s. Come on. You know what I'm talking about.
What was it?
A waterbed.
Yes.
If your friend's parents had a waterbed, that family had arrived, right?
Right. It was sleeping. I remember my mom's friend, when she got it and we were over there and they were, I mean, it was like, and laying on it was like sleeping on water,
Right.
on an ocean or a boat.
Except for the ocean sometimes leaked, right?
Weighed like 2,000 pounds.
For sure. I had one, by the way.
Did you really?
So in the 90s after I
All right,
moved
you
in-
were in the fancy house.
Right. No, but I don't even know how I got it. Somebody had it. And after I moved it, remember we lived together. And then after I lived with you, I lived with my friend Ray from high school. And I don't know, my bedroom suddenly had a waterbed in it. It was crazy. I could not sleep on that thing, though. I was 25 years old.
Did your back hurt?
I could barely get out of that bed. It was crazy.
Oh, my God. There's
I think
no way
I left it there. When I moved out, I think I left it there. I'm not
Yeah, I mean, why would you take it all with you? Like,
Right.
That's just, how did you fill it? Did you pull a hose in from outside to fill it?
Listen, 30 years ago, I don't remember. All I know is it was there. And when I met my husband, we actually slept on that thing. It was crazy.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy.
But somehow the room, mine did not, but somehow the rooms with waterbeds also had mirrors on the ceiling.
And that's all just at those special hotels now.
We did not understand that, right?
No, we did not. Like, no, not then. But now, I mean, that's a whole other show.
Right. Well, we just thought the room was like extra shiny.
Right. All right. Well, let's now talk about the fancy restaurants when we were little, right?
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah. So because if you grew up in the Chicago suburbs.
Oh yeah, you had a very specific definition of fine dining.
Right.
So tell me, like, what were some of the restaurants that were,
I'm embarrassed to say, right? Like, I work in luxury travel, so to say these things out loud is just like hysterical. But top tier fancy restaurants.
Yes.
When we were kids, Olive Garden.
Yep. Yeah. That was the big Italian restaurant.
Italian. Yes, it was. Red Lobster.
Yes, although I was never
biscuits. No.
Yeah.
I
eat
hate
seafood.
I don't either. So that's one thing we have in common. But
Yes.
they did have a chicken dish, and they also had the best biscuits ever.
Yes, they do. Mm-hmm.
Bennigan's. I remember going to Bennigan's.
Oh, I remember
over
Bennigan's.
and over again.
Oh my
God.
gosh.
We did it. We went together all the time. I remember I used to
Yes.
always get the manicotti like it was a special thing.
I would get the Monte Cristo.
So funny. And then, of course, TGI Fridays.
Yes, and they're still around.
We just call it Fridays now, though.
Yeah, now it's just Fridays. Yeah, we dropped the TGI.
And another one called the Ground Round. Somebody had
I
mentioned
remember
that.
that was when we were really little, Sandy,
Yeah.
and we used to have one. I mean, I'm talking like I had to have been like 10 or under. Like,
Yeah.
I just remember going to the Ground Round, and yeah, it was like that was a big deal. That was
I don't remember the Ground Round at all.
big deal.
Somebody brought that up, and I was like, I don't know what that is.
No, it was. I honestly don't remember. Let me look it up. I'm going to Google it while we're talking. But I remember it being fancy, and my mom, my mom telling us, you gotta ask, be polite. You gotta, all of that, like.
Yeah, you have to be well behaved.
Yes, well behaved. It was a casual dining restaurant founded in 1969.
Wow.
Known for its family-friendly atmosphere, burgers and baskets, not nostalgic appeal, and it was just basically a burger place.
That's funny. That's funny.
Again, not fancy.
I know. Isn't
Now
that
we're realizing
hysterical?
as adults, not fancy, right?
No, it's for sure. Like my parents we didn't go to restaurants, right? Like our treat was on Friday nights, my mom and dad would order pizza.
Right.
And sometimes they would order it after me and my younger, I'm the youngest. Why am I saying I have a younger sister? But
I'm like, you got another sister I don't know about?
me and my sister, we were the younger of we had two older sisters, but after we went to bed, they would order pizza.
You wouldn't even be involved in the fancy pizza.
They were like, no, let's feed these little children something gross and let's order a pizza.
Oh my God, that's funny. That is
so. That
funny.
was always our thing. We never went out to dinner. We always if we got a treat, it was pizza.
Right. No, we did not go out to dinner a lot either. I mean, it would had to have been a special occasion or mom, something happened good at work or that
like a promotion.
Grammar was awful.
Right. Right. No, I understood what you were saying.
Oh my gosh.
I speak Terry. So.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, it was a special occasion or something like that we would go to. By us, it would also be John's Garage. Do you remember
What's
John's Garage?
I don't remember.
So for all of my Chicago peeps, especially living on the South Side, John's Garage was located near Ford City Mall.
Yeah.
And it was like this, again, another burger place, but it was like, I don't know if it was it was fancy to me back then. And I think my first date with my ex-husband was there, to be quite honest. Yeah.
And his name is,
yeah. And, yeah. And, but that was considered, especially down there, like the one of the fancy places to go to.
Right,
it's just so, but it's not now. Like, it's just, I don't even know if it's even open still, but it's just a burger place.
I've never heard of it, to be honest.
Oh.
I mean, I know we were only like miles apart, but I was in the suburbs and you were in the city.
Right. But, so,
you probably got a lot more exposure to great restaurants.
Well, I mean, and out by you had Orland Park and whatever, like, because that's more of the fancier neighborhood and whatnot. We never went out there. Yeah, like we never went out there.
Even for special occasions, we didn't. But it's okay. I mean, I do know that when so let's bring up this. So when you and I, when we met and we went on our first trip together.
Yes.
I made a rule. Remember, I made a rule. I was like, every trip I go on, we have to have one fancy night where we're going to go have a fancy dinner.
We did. Where did we go?
We actually went to a fancy place. See, I already knew my destiny was going to be this.
Oh my gosh,
but, we went to a steakhouse. And the reason I bring it up is because I think this is the first time that I ordered like shrimp. And I don't like seafood, but I still try it. I still to this day I've tried everything. I've tried lobster, shrimp, all the good stuff. Caviar, I don't care for caviar either, which is really sad to say. But we did go and do that one time, and then I tried to do it every time that I was on a trip, whether it was with you or anybody else. But my taste got more and more expensive. So,
and it shifted to like fancy drinks.
Right, for sure. So let's talk about fancy drinks. It's another childhood luxury, right?
Right.
So
like,
what was yours?
I mean, when we were going, when I was younger, we would get Boone's Farm and shit like that, like wine.
Wine.
Was
but
like,
not just any wine. It always had to be
like a Zinfandel or, like anything that sounded fancy.
Oh my God, white Zinfandel. I just remember going to so many weddings because, we were in our young 20s, everybody was getting married for whatever reason.
Right.
God help us. And everybody was drinking freaking white Zinfandel. I never got so drunk in my life off of that.
I know.
Stuff.
Or would talk about headaches.
Gross.
Holy shit.
Oh, terrible.
Yeah, and it's usually like in a poured the jugs of wine. Remember the big jugs of like what is it,
boxes.
Carlo Rossi or
jugs or boxes? Do you remember?
Well, it started out in jugs when we were younger. It was jugs, and then they moved into boxes, right? And that was like the big thing. Yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh, I
do remember
so funny.
At some point when we were like when we were 21.
Yes. What was our fancy drinks then?
I remember switching to beer because it was cheaper.
No.
But we did wine coolers.
Wine coolers. And what was the Zika?
Oh, I don't know.
What was that white? drink, and it was like a wine drink, and everybody was drinking it at the time.
No. I remember having a Wapatula party and drinking out of a garbage can. You know, it was clean. Everybody, it was a clean garbage can. But everybody, remember that party? Everybody brought their liquor of choice and then threw it in the garbage can, and then you just dumped your cup in there.
Ugh. Yeah.
I mean, how did we survive that?
Wasn't that also called jungle juice or something like that? Because you would put it
I don't
all
even
in
know
there.
I don't even know where Wapatula came from, but that's what we did. We said we're having a Wapatula party.
Yeah.
That was not fancy.
No, that wasn't fancy.
What is the Zuma or whatever?
Something like that. It was something
Zuma.
like it was like a white with a blue label. And
Not
that was
Zuma. Is it Zuma? Oh my God. Now it's going to bother me.
It's bothering me. I'm trying to look it up.
Okay, well, hold on, because people are listening. So
I know. And it's too bad. We need like call-in people for crying out loud, because look at us.
It wasn't, I don't know what it was. It was Zima.
Zima.
Z-I-M-A.
Z-I-M-A.
That was a thing. That was a thing,
yes. You know? And oh my gosh, and Bartles and James wine coolers and
yes. But if you had wine in a wine glass, that was fancy.
Right. Well, I mean, even now, I don't even drink wine anymore, because first of all, it turns me into an Oompa Loompa. Like, depending, some wines will, and I just don't know which wines will do that, because I have a reaction to the sulfates. So it's always, roulette with wine with me. So I'm not, but I will put my drinks. Like now I'll do like flavored vodka with a seltzer water, and I'll put it in a wine glass to feel fancy.
Oh, that's nice. That's good. I do like a little wine. I can't drink red. Red makes me sick. I mean, I can have one sip and I'm, vomiting. That's how sick I get. Yeah, it's terrible.
See, I'm the opposite. If I'm going to test wine, it'll be a red, because more than likely, if it's a white wine, I will break out in hives and look like an Oompa Loompa.
Yeah, I do love the smell and taste of red wine, but I found out too many times that I can't drink it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's all right. Let's see how many of these fancy things people
fancy
remember.
things. Yes. Okay, this is going to trigger some memories here,
I hope
or
so.
something else.
I hope so. So I'll start with the first one.
All right.
Crystal candy dishes.
Oh yeah, like my older relatives, my godparents or my mom. My mom had her godmother live in. And we used to go see her, and she would always have the fancy crystal candy dishes, along with the, things that went into the candy dishes.
Yes.
Butterscotch candies.
Always butterscotch, right?
Right. Yeah. Yes. Or what about a fake fancy? Anybody have the plastic cover on the fancy couches?
Oh my God, so many times, so many grandparents' houses that I've gone
sitting
to.
on a squeak. My aunt had it on her couches, and God, I hated it in the summer. You're sweating and sliding, and
that's the way they got you not to sit on their couch in the summer,
right? It's terrible.
What about? Oh my God, I love this. What about basement bars with fake brick walls?
Yes.
That's the best. If you had a basement bar, you were like,
you were living in the fancy house on the block.
For sure.
Exactly.
Sure.
Or did you know anybody that had a fondue set?
I don't, but I would love to, because I love to melt.
My sister has a fondue set now. I didn't know anybody who had fondue sets then, but now. And now there's that fancy restaurant.
That, there is. There is.
Geisha. Geha's up in the city.
Yeah.
We should go there.
Let's do it, because I love me some fondue for sure.
I'm telling you.
What about after dinner mints?
Oh, well, I mean, at the fancy restaurants we would
Olive
go
Garden
to.
did that.
Yes. at the end. You go get your mint and always go grab one.
Oh my God, so funny. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. And what about cocktail forks? The mini cocktail forks or the mini things?
Yeah, super fancy.
Yeah,
too fancy
I
for
did
me.
too fancy. We never had those. Those were way too
we
fancy.
we didn't either. What about Jell-O molds?
Oh my God. So I was the queen of the Jell-O molds through my 20s and would always have a Jell-O mold that I would bring for Christmas. I would make it for Christmas. And then that kind of like morphed into, I was the Jell-O shot queen.
I was going to say, I didn't do Jell-O molds, but I could do a Jell-O shot. And when my daughter was in college, I went out to visit her, and my husband and I at the time went out to visit her, and we actually made Jell-O shots because we knew they were having a party that night.
Yeah.
We're like, here, we're going to make you some Jell-O shots.
Yes. Yeah. So that was, I morphed into that, being that one. So what about a lazy Susan on a dining table?
I mean, come on. You can spin that thing and grab what you want off
It's
of
all
it.
coming back now.
Yeah,
People, it's all out on TikTok and Instagram now.
my God,
that they
I love
have
it. I
and
kinda
they have
love
lazy
it.
Susans for the refrigerator, for crying out
But they're
loud.
like nothing now. We thought they were super fancy.
Right. Exactly.
What about, speaking of refrigerators, what about having a second refrigerator in the basement?
Yes, or in the garage. Like
Right?
those are the people. Yeah. Again, fancy houses had those. That wasn't ours.
Nope, mine
And we
either.
only had
we
the good
did.
towels in the bathroom. What?
I feel like we had one in the garage at some point. Oh, maybe not. I might be
For all the
misremembering.
Walla parties. Walla.
No, we didn't have them at my house. My mom and dad would have probably killed us.
Didn't we have one in the side yard?
A Wapatula party? I don't think so.
Yes.
I feel like we only had that at the beach when we went to the beach. Oh, maybe
I
we
feel
did.
like I
don't know.
remember being in your side yard.
You know what it was? I think it was my engagement party. My first
I don't know. Was I
engagement.
there? Oh. Yeah. Maybe.
Okay,
Maybe.
alrighty.
We'll move on. Good towels in the bathroom.
Oh, really? Yeah, you had to have your guest towels out. I didn't.
Right.
Not my family, but yeah, I could see
Yeah.
that. What about those chafing dishes? You know, the ones that keep all the food warm at parties. Like I
Yeah.
always wonder. I'm like, we were never like. You have a party, you throw everything on the counter or whatever. Like we
Right.
didn't have like the ones with little candles or like the little fire under them.
None of that. We did not have that. We did have the wine glasses that were only used, twice a year, like at our house, because I think Mom used to have her wine, but it was never in a wine glass. I think she just had it in a regular glass with ice cubes. But the fancy wine glasses came out at Christmas. Like we had our fancy glasses and fancy dinner dishes for Christmas.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, China came out at holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. And special cheese balls rolled in nuts were the fancy stuff that we would do for Christmas.
Yes.
Mom would always host the holiday Christmas Eve open house. So that's when all of the fancy stuff came out.
Well, so when I knew we were having a party when we had ice buckets, and then we also had the my mom would make the punch with the sherbet and all the
in the
very
big bowl
sweet-
and the crystal
the liquid sugar.
Yeah. And then they would all yell at us as we're bouncing off the walls that we were being too loud. Well, look what you just fed us.
You guys just gave us the punch. Dang it. I know.
I mean,
I know.
did you have anybody who had a sunken living room or
No.
the car phones when they first came out?
Okay, my mom and dad did have a bag phone at one point, and I was like, well, that's cool.
Right.
But it was after we were all grown up and stuff. But it was actually a phone that was the size of a regular receiver that you would have off the, but it was in a bag.
Right.
I was like, what the hell
no,
is
Mom
that?
never
Yeah.
Mom never got a cell phone until oh my gosh, I think she had a flip phone and she barely used it then.
Yeah. My parents right now are 84 and they both have smartphones. So
Yeah, no, but we
that's
never did the big
crazy.
like that, those back
Yeah.
then, or the big TVs, like when projector TVs came out and all that. We never did that. We always had our basic, got to fix the aerial
Yeah.
antenna.
Right. What about the trays of deviled eggs? First of all, I still love a good deviled egg.
Right, I do too.
But it was
yes.
always for holidays or special occasions.
Easter was the deviled eggs for us. Like
Super
that's
fancy.
when because Mom would again get us all in our Easter best with bonnets, and 9 times out of 10 my sister and I matched every
love
Easter.
that. I love it.
And then Mom would bring out the deviled egg tray and all of that. And that was our fancy, we'd have to go to Mass and have to act properly, and then we had to come home to the fancy dishes out and all of that.
Yeah, I mean, that's, I don't know. I do, we never wore matching outfits, but it was always fancy. Easter was always fancy.
Yeah. Only at the holidays did my sister and I. At Christmas, we'd have our matching strawberry dresses. In the Easter, we'd have our matching, some type of lavender pastel color with the frou-frou socks with the ruffles on them to the knees, and our matching bonnets. We'd always have matching bonnets.
Right, for sure.
Thank God Mom didn't take a lot of pictures, for crying out loud.
I know. For sure. And then the other thing for holidays that I just want to close out this segment with is the electric knives.
Yes.
And I know they do have them now, right?
Steve has one. My brother-in-law uses it every thing. Actually, the one year, funny story, he brought it out and to carve the turkey at Thanksgiving, because they always have the holiday, and almost electrocuted himself because he sliced through the cord.
Oh my goodness.
Trying to get to the turkey.
But that's funny. Oh, remind me to remind him of that story.
We all, every year when he pulls out the thing, we're like, don't cut the cord.
Watch out for that cord. Yeah, I mean, it just wasn't a big thing back then, so I think it struck as extra fancy.
It did, right?
Because
right. Anything those. I mean, remember the first time you got a TV with a remote control? Fancy.
Oh my God. Fancy for sure.
VHS, VCR.
Very fancy.
That was the big ordeal. That it was a big purchase in our house.
And then when cable came out, whoa, hold the phone. You don't need the rabbit ears anymore? I mean, come on.
Right? Do you remember the special channels with the wavy lines that you couldn't watch because those were the adult channels?
Yes, I do remember those. Well, let's talk about some Chicago specific fancy, right?
Yes. Kids in Chicago, things that we thought were fancy. The Marshall Fields shopping bags, the green shopping bags, right?
I still think they're fancy.
They're no longer around.
I know. But I
so
still,
sad.
I will die
fancy.
on that. Yeah.
Right. And along the Marshall Fields line, the Frango Mints. Those were the fancy mints,
oh my
right?
God, my favorite forever and ever.
Exactly.
Yes. What about going downtown for Christmas?
Yep. Always seeing the windows. I don't know what they're doing now with the Marshall Fields because that's where all the windows were. But
yeah,
I know somebody does.
The tree lighting, and the parade is just so much fun.
Walnut Room.
Yep.
What dinner cruises?
We do love a good cruise on Lake Michigan, Steve.
That was always a big Steve. But going on the dinner cruises, Odyssey and all of that.
We did that for a holiday party at one of my businesses. I act like I had a business in the 90s. But we did it for holiday parties on the Odyssey. We did it after prom. We did it, you know what I mean? There was always a reason to go on Lake Michigan. I did, I think. I actually went on a couple dates that it was on the dinner cruise, and whatever. That was, How about the deep dish pizzas at the nice restaurants? Yes, of course.
Pizzeria Uno?
Yes, you have to have, it's an event to go there and have your pizza there. Yes.
Right. You know, I mean, honestly, going downtown was always something fancy and special, whether it was Christmas at the windows or, you know, going downtown was always the fancy thing, right?
It was magical, honestly.
It was.
Like, especially for me coming from the suburbs. I just remember like just loving, like getting off the train and just walking out and being like, oh, this is the city. You know what I mean? It was always so like cool to be down there.
Fancier. It was, you know, a bigger deal, right? I mean, Sandy, even when we would go downtown to the bars, like it was a big ordeal, not, you know, going to our normal bars on the South Side, Bongo Johnny's and all that, you know, just heading downtown to any of the bars downtown was fancier.
Yeah, agree. I agree 100% because they were always so much bigger. Do you remember the Palladium? The Palladium was like 3 different floors, and it was different music on each floor. It was
Wasn't that
so much fun.
Excalibur?
Well, the Excalibur too. That was a different, but the Palladium was a different bar, I think.
Yeah, where was that at? Okay.
You're so
I don't know.
weird,
Don't ask me.
I just know I went there. I don't remember.
I mean, I was living at Excalibur for years when I worked downtown.
Oh, for sure.
With the different, going with our friend John A. And all of that. Yes. Oh,
so much fun.
So much fun. Yes. Yes.
Okay, roadies. Well, I think...
It's your turn.
It's your turn. Let's hear what you have to say.
So, what is your turn?
So, what do you guys think was fancy growing up?
Ooh, was it fondue?
Or shrimp cocktail?
Or waterbeds?
Or our good old aerosol cheese?
Tell us on newroadsnewrules.com. Go to the Roadie Lounge.
Yes.
Or hit us up on Instagram, Facebook.
Right.
I almost said Snapchat, but that's not true.
No.
TikTok.
Yes. Yeah, we want to know.
Yeah.
What did you think was fancy when you were growing up? When you were younger, what was fancy in your house?
Yeah, we want to wax nostalgia here.
Exactly. We're going back.
So let's do our next segment, the Rule of the Week.
And now it's time for the Rule of the Week.
Yes. So Rule of the Week this week. Fancy is whatever made your childhood feel special, right?
Yes.
That's our rule.
Right? Because looking back, you know, those simple things were actually the best.
Yes. Yeah, they were. It was totally that they were the best. It was, you know, the simplest of times, really. Oh my God.
Really
and
was.
We sound like
I know we're old.
We do, but it's so simple compared to today.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
But
it's true. It was a simpler time. Like I love the technology of today, and I love that we both have realized a new fancy, right?
Right.
But it's the things looking back that make me smile, and you know
that we thought was fancy then.
Yes, it's so cool.
Right, and what our parents considered fancy and special, like then compared to now, you know?
Agree.
Absolutely.
So,
well, guys, thanks for joining us.
Yes, we really appreciate that you tuned in for this fun episode.
Remembering nostalgic episode.
Right.
We'll talk to you later.
But you're my bestie for life.